Learn to belong to yourself without feeling the need to be with others. Where there is a need, there is a settlement. By Gore. People you love today will leave, or you might have to leave them. Or they will stay, but they change so much that the version of them you once knew quietly disappears. This is not a failure of love, it is the cost of time. We have built a life where growth often demands distance, where success asks us to move cities, cross countries, leave rooms that once felt permanent. College pulls us away from home, jobs pulls us away from familiarity, ambitions pulls us forward even when our hearts lag behind. Life rearranges people without asking for permission. When someone leaves, what hurts is rarely just their absence. What hurts is what their absence exposes, the empty space inside you that had been filled by their presence. If you never learned how to belong to yourself, every departure feels like a collapse. Every change feels like rejection. Every ending feels like proof that you were never enough to be stayed for. That's why learning how to belong to yourself matters more than we admit. You should love people fully, let them walk into your life without barricades. Enjoy the company of those you care about. Laugh loudly, stay up late talking, hold hands, build memories. Keep your heart open enough that love can pass through it freely. None of this is optional. Connection is a real human need. Pretending otherwise only hardens you in ways that take years to undo. But love cannot be the only structure holding your life together. If your entire sense of meaning lives inside other people, then every time they leave, your world caves inward. You start living in fear of a change. You start clinging. You start mistaking proximity for security. You stay in situations longer than you should because being alone feels unbearable. Learning how to enjoy your own company is not about isolation, it's about stability. It's about building a life that can hold you even when everyone else is busy living theirs. Make your life wide, not impressive, wide. Fill it with people you genuinely adore, not just people who are convenient. Nurture friendships that don't require constant maintenance to stay alive. Have conversations that don't revolve around crisis. Let joy exist without justification. Find hobbies that absorb you so completely that time loosens its grip. Do things with your hands. Water your plants. Watch them respond slowly to care. Love your pets. Notice how much comfort lives in routine. Create things. Build small rituals. Let your days have texture even when no one is watching. This is not about distraction. It's about infrastructure. When your life is built this way, love stops feeling scarce. Stops feeling like something you have to chase before it runs out. You no longer panic when people grow distant because your world doesn't collapse in their absence. You can miss them without losing yourself. You can grieve a change without turning it into self-blame. There is a dangerous idea that wanting people deeply means needing them desperately. That is not true. Desperation comes from emptiness, not depth. When you don't know how to be with yourself, connection turns into survival. You accept less than you deserve because loneliness feels more threatening than disrespect. You stay quiet about your needs because losing someone feels worse than losing yourself. Where there is need, there is settling. You settle for attention instead of care. You settle for consistency instead of commitment. You settle for presence instead of effort. You tolerate relationships that drains you because the alternative feels like abandonment. But when you are satisfied with your own company, something shifts. Being with others becomes a choice, not a requirement. Connection comes from fullness instead of lack. You are no longer trying to be saved, you are looking to share. This is where genuine relationships are born. When you belong to yourself, you don't ask people to fill holes they didn't create. You don't expect them to carry the weight of your entire happiness. You let them be human. You let them leave when they need to. You let yourself change without panic. You love without gripping. Belonging to yourself doesn't mean you stop caring. It means your worth doesn't fluctuate with someone else's availability. It means your sense of identity remains intact even when relationships shift. It means you don't take every goodbye as a personal failure. Life will keep changing, people will keep moving, priorities will keep rearranging themselves. None of this stops. The only relationship you are guaranteed to have for your entire life is the one you maintain with yourself. That relationships that relationship needs tending. Listen to yourself. Notice what steadies you. Notice what excites you quietly without needing an audience. Notice what drains you even when it looks good on the outside. Your heart already knows where joy lives for you. Not in grand milestones, not in perfectly created lives, in small, repeatable moments, in the things that make your days feel inhabitable. Follow the guidance not aggressively, gently. Let it shape how you spend your time. Let it influence the people you keep close. Let it inform what you say yes to and what you walk away from. Joy is not something you stumble into accidentally, it's something you cultivate deliberately. If you don't choose it, worry will step in and occupy the space instead. Anxiety thrives in emptiness, peace grows in structure. Learn how to sit with yourself without reaching for noise. Learn how to enjoy silence without interpreting it as failure. Learn how to be alone without feeling abandoned by the world. Solitude is not the absence of love, it is the ground that makes love sustainable. When you belong to yourself, you don't fear people leaving as much. You understand that love can exist without proximity, that connection can survive distance, that a change doesn't erase meaning. You stop measuring relationships by how long they last and start measuring them by how fully they were lived. People will come, people will go. Some will stay longer than you expect, some will leave sooner than you are ready for. None of this needs to destroy you. Build a life that can hold change. Build a life that welcomes love without depending on it for survival. Learn how to belong to yourself. Everything else becomes lighter when you do.